Go check the other box. What's up with it though, bro?
I'm here, like I said.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, I'm here in the South.
I know.
Over here?
Yeah, over there, school. You let them know you on it. 3, 2, 1. Just let them know you about to be on the air.
Ding Dash, aka Let's Go Poppington. I'm on 102 Jams coming up. Stay tuned. Get your recorders out. I don't know what I'm gonna be asked, but I don't mind.
We've seen a rise in senseless violence against African Americans, and I need to know from Dame Dash, what is the future for the African American community in a real sense? With all the influence, the well-versed in economics, how do we move forward as a people in a real sense?
I mean, my personal answer to that question is I don't think one person, and that was that one dude that lost his mind, and he was a coward because he went into a scenario where he knew everyone wasn't armed and they weren't the type of people that might be able to fight back in that moment. I don't think he should be reflective of human and the human condition. I think I've always put my destiny in my own hands. So my thing is, I'm just always going to be prepared to fight for what I believe in and fight people that are trying to stop my life and whatever I'm trying to do for my family, but they'll never control my destiny. So I'm the boss of my destiny, and I'm going to make sure that as long as I'm around, I'm going to do what I can for my culture, and we have to be strong enough as a people to not be so worried about what another culture lets us do, but do what we going to do. And, you know, again, be prepared if somebody, you know, fights, to be able to fight back, defend yourself, period.
But we got Mike Brown, we still got Tamir Rice, we got Ferguson, we got Baltimore, we have it all.
Not to cut you off.
So it seems like that, but there is a sense of urgency.
The urgency for me is I'm more appalled when black people kill other black people, and that's going on a little too much. I'm not taking the focus off what just happened, but the issue is we got to stop the civil war. You know, we always going to be fighting the enemy, so it's always going to be a war. But the real war is that we got to stop killing each other. You understand what I'm saying? And then they won't be thinking it's all right to kill us. But, you know, when I'm more appalled when I hear that one of my brothers killed another one of my brothers. That's the thing that be bugging me out, and that's happening every day.
Right, but we can deal with that within our community.
But we're not. What I'm saying is we're not dealing with that within our community. Like I said, my thing is to educate each other so that we know that it won't be money that'll separate us, that we won't be killing each other over. Because for me, another culture supposed to chastise their own culture. It's their responsibility to regulate that. So, you know, and but it's our responsibility to regulate ours.
There's a system
I don't advise to that system. That system's never affected me. I've been an independent man my whole life. Nothing was ever given to me. I went to private school. I get money from white people.
But you've never been affected by the criminal justice system?
I've been affected, but not where I'm saying. The only thing that's affected me is when I do a crime that I've done. But, you know, right now I'm in the justice system right now, and I'm going through a situation with my parenting.
Right here in Greensboro, African Americans are 40% of the population, yet we are arrested at 67%.
So we should stop doing crimes.
40% of the population, yet those who are arrested 67% of the time are black.
Again, that's beyond all I can do. All I can do is control what I can control. I can't control the police, and that will never happen. But what I can control is the information I distribute to my people, which is be a boss, take care of yourself, stop this civil war, and stop blaming another culture for everything wrong with ours. But my thing is I'm not a victim. You know, if somebody shoots me, I'm shooting back, period. And not one nerd gonna do that. Like if I'm wondering why, you know, I mean, I have different issues and my approach is a little different, but the bottom line is I control what I can control. You know, there's always going to be a system, and it's hard to fight the system, but I'm not going to spend time complaining about it. I'm going to spend time physically doing something and fighting the right fight. I'm going to educate my people so they're not in that position. What happened yesterday was crazy. But that's crazy not for black people or not for white people. That's crazy for humanity. That shouldn't happen anywhere on this planet. That's not all right. For a nerd to walk in as lame as he was and to start letting off on innocent people, man, I've seen and you've experienced another culture walk in and start shooting schools up. and they just shoot their own culture. It's just the person was not. He wasn't right. That wasn't the person.
We need the Dame Dash School of Economics.
I got that. That's Poppington University. That's Poppington University, and I make sure that I distribute that. I'm 44 years old. I'm known for selling rap, but I'm out here talking about how you can do what I did, how you can control your own destiny. But one thing I don't do, I never blame the enemy. I just get rid of the enemy. The enemy does not dictate what I do. Nothing tells me what to do. I'm never giving. I take. I'm a taker. So as far as respect goes, I'm taking my respect, and that's what I've done. I've made and put light on everybody that I feel has extorted my culture. So I don't beat around the bush. What has to happen is people got to stop looking the other way for that money. So everybody keeps taking these dumb deals. They keep running with people that don't play the game correct, and they always adjust it as it behooves themselves. I called out Leo Cohen. I called out Alan Grumlat. I called out Charlie Watt. These are all people that directly are disrespecting my culture. But you know, this thing that happened yesterday it don't happen every day. And the whole world's appalled. But that ain't gonna stop me from being me, and that ain't gonna stop my culture from growing, and I'm definitely not living in fear from no nerd with a gun.